Hvernig að vera innflytjandi á Íslandi? Það mismunandi eftir búsetu, uppruna eða einhverju allt öðru? Í Háskólanum á Akureyri fylgst grannt með því hvernig aðlögun á báða bóga gengur fyrir sig. Nýverið voru kynntar niðurstöður úr rannsókn þess efnis sem ber heitið Samfélag fjölbreytileikans. Markus Merkl annar tveggja ritstjóra en hann einmitt innflytjandi sjálfur, kemur frá Þýskalandi.
It started actually in 2004 when I came here as an immigrant. I started to wondering who are all these other foreigners here and how they ended up in Akureyri. So then in 2010 or 12 we did our first research and just about Akureyri. Then we did a research about Akureyri, Dalvík and Húsavík. And then the latest, when we got this Rannis grant, we did this research now about the whole of Iceland, where we try to find out about different municipalities in Iceland. And we ask about 3,600 Icelanders and 2,200 immigrants here about how they feel, how their life is. I never felt so welcome like in Iceland. I thought that's really one of the best places as an immigrant to live in. And my idea was, what can I do to contribute that it stays like this? Because in the last years I saw this drastic change. When I came here, there were about 3–4% immigrants. Now we are up to 15% immigrants. And a social change like this needs to be discussed, needs to be solved, because on the long run there will be problems if you just ignore it, if you just think, "Sätta rättast." I mean, you have to do something. In Germany, in Scandinavia, immigration is nearly only discussed under the premises of problem. But here it's not yet a problem. People don't see it as a problem. You don't have a far-right party which tries to get vote on the immigrant issues. So would it be possible, if you make intelligent policy, that it never turns into a problem, that you can discuss it under the idea of chances, possibilities, change? There's many different ways how you can see this migration movement, enrichment of Icelandic society. It's no need to see it as a problem, and it would be a really nice contribution if we manage to prevent it turning into the discussion into a problem which needs to be solved.
Lara Hoffmann í rannsóknarteyminu en hún einmitt þýsk líka.
Við sjáum alveg að það fylgni á milli íslensku kunnáttu og þátttaka í íslenskum samfélaginu, en ég myndi ekki segja að íslenskan alltaf svona lykil á íslenskum samfélagi, því við sjáum til dæmis ef við erum að skoða konur sem voru að flytja til Íslands, þau tala venjulega betra íslensku en menn sem voru að flytja til Íslands, en á sama karlar sem voru að flytja til Íslands, en þau samt ekki með lægri laun en karlar. Við sjáum að konur og karlar flytja til Íslands á mismunandi ástæðum. Við finnum að konur koma til Íslands fyrir fjölskyldu þeirra, til dæmis maka þeirra, og við finnum að karlar langflestir segja að þeir koma til Íslands til að vinna. Så það munur það. Og svo vitum við að jafnrétti alltaf mjög mikilvægt á Íslandi, en við sjáum svona stór launamunur á milli konum og körlum sem voru búin að flytja til Íslands.
Íslendingar jákvæðir gagnvart innflytjendum. Yfir 80% svarenda töldu fólk frá öðrum löndum hafa jákvæð áhrif á samfélagið.
It's just so important not to risk this positive attitude by ignoring problems which obviously exist. I mean, one of this is obviously the school system. When you went to school, I'm not sure how many immigrants were in your grundskóla. You probably would be able to point out one or two in the whole of the school. Now, like, there are 20–25% of immigrant kids in the classroom. And this is a change which needs to be addressed. You cannot leave these teachers alone with it. It's the municipality who is responsible for the education for grundskola. So it's always, there's no national policy on, there's some national policies, but actually how it's implemented, it's left for the municipalities.
Gerðar voru nákvæmar rannsóknir á 4 sveitarfélögum. 2 þeirra voru með skýra stefnu varðandi kennslu barna af erlendum uppruna en hin 2 ekki. Munurinn var mikill fyrir kennara og nemendur. Viljandi var ekki sagt frá því hvaða sveitarfélög ræður
Reykjavik, I think, just gave 170 million kroners for teaching Icelandic as a second language in the school system. Is it depending now on which municipalities the kids will end up, how good the education will be?
Í skýrslu niðurstöðu rannsóknarinnar mikil áhersla lögð á mikilvægi kennslu til þess að bregðast við auknu hlutfalli innflytjenda á Íslandi. Það í okkar hag að innflytjendum sé gert kleift að standa okkur jafnfætis og bent á að það vanti fulltrúa þeirra í ábyrgðarstöður í samfélaginu.
You could learn from the experience from Norway, from Germany, standardized teaching language as a second language for adult education. And this obviously is, one would wish that this is seen as an important step for better teaching, because I think everyone is, the survey just showed 60% of the immigrants are unhappy with the Icelandic courses. And if you see there's a lot of goodwill there, but there's no requirement for teaching Icelandic as a foreign language.
Markus vill sjá aukin metnað í íslensku kennslu og þar þarf að byrja á því að gera kennsluna álitlegan starfsvettvang.
It's mainly women who are teaching this. Why? Because it's badly paid. Is it a proper profession? No. If it's so important, then please pay the teachers properly and demand that they are properly educated in teaching the language. Because it's something you can learn. It's not a God-given gift, of course.